Well, let's turn it back on. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. If you stuck around, unless you're Jeffrey Epstein, then you're not around anymore. But anyways, Ryan, let me make sure you're centered correctly so Stritz doesn't complain. I know he's very anal. Move a little bit to your left. Or move the camera to your right.
Yeah, let me work on it for a second. Oh, wait, no, wrong way.
Other way. Yeah, there you go. There we go. There we go. That's pretty cute. That's what I call cute. Okay. So, Ryan, are your bets all in and everything?
My bets are all in. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just get into it. I'm sure nobody really cares about the Michael Thomas thing right now. It's all said and done. He fought one of his teammates, and Sean Payton didn't like it, and it led him to not playing tonight. So,
to be fair, I would fight his teammate, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's a pussy. We don't know the story. So, all I know is Ben Stritzinger is cute. All right. So, Ryan, tell us about some of the bets that you like tonight.
I like Hunter Henry to have a good game tonight. His over and under receptions is set at 4.5 right now. I'm going to go over receptions for Hunter Henry. And I also think the Chargers are going to win this game. So I'm taking them to cover the 7 points, plus also to win the game on the money line. And their first half is set at 9.5. I just got it at 9.5 points for the first half scored by the Chargers, which if you're on FanDuel, you look at the away team total. So I got that at 9.5. And I like them to go over 9.5 in the first half.
Okay. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Well, let's look at I think one thing we can talk about, just because, the game's about to be starting soon, maybe people already threw in some bets that they already liked, so we usually talk about it every time, is the anytime touchdown scorer tonight. It's always a nice, people that may not follow it, they just like to really, I feel like it's the truest gamble of gambles in this, because really anybody can just throw anything down. So, are you looking at it right now? Any of you?
Yeah, I can have it pulled up.
Okay.
Yep. But
that's for sure.
If we're going anytime touchdown scorer, I already mentioned him. I like Hunter Henry tonight a bit. I also wouldn't be surprised if Justin Herbert sneaks one in. If you want to take a little bit of a long shot at plus 460 for an anytime touchdown scorer, I could see him putting one in the end zone. On the opposite side of the ball for the Saints, I mean, Alvin Kamara isn't really much fun to pick at this point. He's minus 220.
Taysom Hill's interesting, though. Plus 370. That is very interesting because I think with Breeze's struggles and now not having Michael Thomas in this game, they're probably going to go very run heavy, and obviously he's a guy that could be a sneaky pick in some of these types of games.
I like Ty's boy as well. Ty, you want to talk about your boy a little bit? You just told me that you're betting on tonight.
Oh, Jared Cook?
Yeah. You think he's getting in the end zone?
I don't think he's going to get in. Maybe he gets in the end zone. I don't like to really predict touchdowns, but I do like. I believe it's is it 38.5? I think it's 38.5 receiving yards, and you're getting plus. I think it's 110 odds. So I like him going over for that. He's been hurt, but I think he could get over that for sure. With touchdowns, I like the first touchdown scorer. I like going Joshua Kelly. I believe right now he's at like plus 1,400 or something. It was something stupid. So I like going, for the first.
I'm at plus 950. If you got him plus 1,400, snag it.
Is he 950? Well,
950 is what I see. I have. I'm on FanDuel.
Okay, I think I was looking at DraftKings. Let me double check. I don't want to give the wrong information. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
Maybe I was looking at Joshua Kelly. I'll double check.
Oh, I thought you said Joshua Kelly.
Or I mean Justin Jackson.
Oh yeah, he's plus 1,400. Yep.
Yeah, that's maybe who I was looking at then. Yeah, but I like, because I don't think this is just going to be a game where I don't think there's going to be a team with Austin Eckler out. Like Joshua Kelly just running this backfield, I definitely think it's going to be like probably a 60-40 split with, Joshua Kelly leading, but I think Justin Jackson's going to be involved. So.
Ignore the gigs on the phone thing. I thought he was going to be on the phone for this one.
Oh,
so.
Joshua Kelly right now on DraftKings is plus 1,200 first touchdown.
Joshua Kelly is? Yeah, FanDuel has him at plus 950. So if you're betting Joshua Kelly, head over to DraftKings.
I think this is a really good
DraftKings
question.
better.
This might be our best question in the chat so far. Does Kyle live in the dark? It's Bruce. Sorry, it's Bane.
Okay, I gotcha. But yeah, that's my favorite. Joshua Kelly. And what are if you put any touchdown score, what are his odds? Plus, yeah.
Kelly?
Yeah. I mean, I just like first touchdown score, 1,200 odds. That's pretty good. But I like Josh. My favorite is Jared Cook. And then I was looking at it, and really, I do like, even on DraftKings, Joshua Kelly right now over receiving yards, 17.5. I like that as well. Where on DraftKings or FanDuel, I believe it's 20.5.
I'm sure you could say this is a reach, but I mean, I do like some of these, little wacky wild bets because honestly, I don't really know what to expect from some of these teams, and I do think the AFC West is way more competitive than most people expected. So, having said that, with the Saints' struggles, do you see this as a game where the Chargers might be able to blow them out or at least win by a decent margin to where, I mean, Chargers winning 13, 18-point margin, that's plus 1,900, which I don't really see that being that crazy. I mean, they don't look like that bad of a team. Losing Eckler is a huge blow, but...
Wait, what are you saying? Them winning by that much?
Yeah, 13 to 18 points.
No, I don't think that they'll win by that. Are you saying the Chargers win by that much?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying could you see that possibly like being or at least even 7 to 12 points, which is plus 1,000.
I'd feel more comfortable taking that. I mean, maybe they win by a touchdown,
I don't think
but
that's
I don't
far
think
fetched, honestly, in my opinion. With I don't know, but go ahead. What you were saying?
I mean, I wouldn't bet. I don't think that they. My personal opinion, I don't think that they win this game. And if they do win this game, I feel like it's going to be probably by like 3 points, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're going to try to take a risky bet, I feel like more comfortable taking plus 7.
Right. I don't really know what to. This is another one of those games where I really don't know what to expect, and I do think the Chargers could win. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Better safe than sorry. That's for sure. Well, I mean, we can look at some of the parlays. What are some of the parlays that you?
Well, we can't even say parlays because Ryan, you'd pick or you
I got it in.
Oh, you got it
in actually. Yeah.
Same game.
Yeah.
What did you get in?
I think I have 3 legs on one and 4 legs on the other.
What the hell?
Click. Hang on.
I would not have made my bet earlier if they were gonna fix that. It wasn't letting me do anything. I couldn't do anything earlier. So what do you have right now?
I did Hunter Henry to score. Hunter Henry over in receiving yards of 53.5, and then Herbert to sneak one in. $10 to win, $297.
Okay, so maybe you can't do. Wait, what is this for?
This is on FanDuel, same game parlay.
So when you go to FanDuel, because right now it's still not letting me do it. Like if you're just doing the lines, like rushing lines, and is it over under? Is it letting you do that if you try to combine them? What the? Why isn't it letting me do? Yeah, mine's not letting me do it. It wasn't letting me do it on my computer, and now it's not. So okay, now some of them you're allowed to combine. Some of them I can't combine. So the one that I was trying to do earlier was Jared Cook. Try to do Jared Cook and do Joshua Kelly. Yeah, for me it says can't combine.
What are you clicking? Touchdown score or over under yards?
Yards. Do Jared Cook receiving and then Joshua Kelly receiving as well.
All right. Joshua Kelly receiving. You said Jared Cook?
Yeah.
No, it's not letting me do those two.
Yeah, what the hell? I see. Sometimes they do this, and I don't like it. Like it turns me off because I feel like they're like, oh, this is, we don't really like this line. We don't want to give these people an extra advantage,
Mhm.
so they won't let you do it. So it pisses me off because I feel
Oh,
like that Jared Cook line's a really good one.
I have a question for the room. So literally, in one of our matchups, Ty, in your Yahoo league, I'm down, I think 24, and
Mhm.
I have the only person left, and I have to decide between starting Drew Brees or Justin Herbert. I literally have those are my two quarterbacks.
Go Justin Herbert,
That's who I have in there. Yeah.
just because they'll be playing from behind, so you're hoping. I'm down by 29.5 with Keenan Allen.
Oh
Hey,
wow.
anything can happen. But this is what's going to happen is, let me see. I'm pretty sure, and this is what happened in your league. Yes, I'm going to be the second highest scoring point total this week, going against the first high scoring team, and I'm going to
Okay.
lose.
I feel like this is kind of a cheeky little one I see here. Justin
Cheeky.
Herbert over under 23 and a half completions.
I like
20
the
and a
over.
half.
He
Yeah,
has
23
he
and a half.
had in his first game against Tampa,
Richie, I'll trade you.
he had 25 attempts, 20 completions. Carolina 49 attempts, 35 completions. And then against Kansas City,
Plus
wait,
money too.
wait a second. Does that add up? Yeah, okay, hold on. I was like, what that these there? Yeah, no, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. But the Kansas City game is actually the one that's kind of interesting. 33 attempts, 22 completions. So is it going to be more like Carolina, or you think it's going to be more like Kansas City? A lot more pass
What
heavy
was
in
it
this
last
game.
week?
Last week
Because last week
against
was the first
Tampa,
week without Eckler, right?
yeah, and that was 25 attempts, 20 completions. So 80% completion percentage is pretty impressive. He had an average of 11.6 yards per.
Well, you also have to factor in right now the line's what, 7? Is it 7.5? You said? Is that what the line
7.
is? 7.
7. Yeah.
So they're going to be playing from behind. So I think that's a good line because if you look at the Tampa Bay game, they're playing from behind. They had the lead for a little bit, and then the second half, Tampa Bay took the lead. So less rushing attempts, more passing
Plus
attempts. Should be able to complete
plus
some ball.
102. I mean, I would honestly take that. That's pretty. It's pretty nice. I like that one too.
Yeah, I agree. How much time do we have left here?
I'd say probably 5 to 10 more minutes. Probably 5 to 8 minutes.
5 minutes. Well, we'll do 5 minutes. So let's talk about a couple things here. So let's talk about the games this past weekend. Biggest takeaway from this weekend. Let's do couple takeaways. Ryan, go ahead. You start. What were the biggest surprises for you?
Well, I mean, the Raiders are always kind of a sneaky team that I thought could kind of make some noise if they put it all together.
Excuse me.
I bet week 1 they had an impressive win at some other point in the season too. I can't remember exactly who it was, but probably just the fact that they matched up and straight up beat. I mean, the Chiefs weren't missing anyone, were they? I mean, they just straight up beat them.
They just beat them. Yeah.
That was pretty.
That
pretty
was
wild.
definitely. I mean, that's probably the most impressive thing, right? It just shows that Kansas City's beatable, and I don't think that the Raiders are really that good. Like, yeah, sure they beat Kansas City, but they're not.
Well, this is
New
just.
England beat them up pretty good.
I mean, I feel like this game tonight could be further proof, though, that the AFC West is legit because the game that you're talking about, Ryan, was against the Saints, and they beat them by 10 points.
That was with Michael Thomas, right?
Yeah, it had to have been.
before
I
he
don't
was-
think at that point, I don't remember really much concern about his health.
It was like week 1 or 2, I thought. Yeah.
It was week 2, yeah. So
Week 2,
What
yeah.
else did I
No,
have?
Michael Thomas was out, but
was he? Okay.
Was he?
Yeah, he was out. Week 1.
What else? There was another thing I just had on my head there, but someone else go and then I'll think of it.
All right, I'll go real quick. I mean, obviously you have the Raiders. Big takeaway from that game. Chiefs no longer in first place. Then you have, another takeaway for me is that I feel like Baltimore is just going to be better and better each week, and you have them playing against Kansas City, where Kansas City kind of destroyed them, and it's unfortunate. But I think that this is a team that's they're putting it together, and they're probably like a Super Bowl contender and could probably if they're able to win, if they're able to win the AFC and have home field advantage, I think they can beat Kansas City.
Who?
Another takeaway, Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Playing them again. And I think another takeaway for me would be, how about them Steelers? Hey, man, they look good. They look good. No, I won't talk about them. I'll say from a fantasy perspective is that we had some good bold calls here. We told you. Well, I don't want to. I won't get into that because I'll cause an argument. But if you have Dallas players, I wouldn't panic because I do think, yes, Andy Dalton is no Dak, but I think Andy Dalton's more than capable of leading this offense. And I think this bodes even more, even better for Zeke owners. Like,
Yeah, I like it for
owner,
Zeke. Yeah,
I was
you
gonna
have to be
say
ecstatic.
I'm not as high on CD Lamb as I was a week ago.
No, I'm still high on CD Lamb's stud.
But
I'm
Gallup might be. You don't know who Andy Dalton's gonna like more. It's not my question of CD Lamb being good. It's just, are those two gonna mesh really well, especially
Well,
for the
here's
next
the
few
thing:
weeks?
is that yes, Cooper didn't have that good of a game, but we also know that Cooper kind of some games he like disappears from, but he was also being shadowed by Bradbury, and Bradbury's actually a good cornerback in this league. Like last year, he played for Carolina. He was actually a pretty good shutdown corner. So he didn't have. I don't even think I think he had 2 catches this week. But if you're a Dallas owner, I wouldn't panic yet, especially if you're Zeke, because now in the red zone they'll give it to Zeke rather than Dak could have this touchdown off the edge. So I'd be happy if you're a Zeke owner.
to be honest though,
I'm sad for Dak, honestly, but
yeah, no, but to go further off that, the point when I was saying the Cooper thing is because the matchups are going to get more difficult after this week. So even further than Dalton now being their starting quarterback, if Cooper's value is still high and if you can sell it as that was just a rough game, I still don't like Cooper as much going forward, at least for the next few weeks. Especially if that offense isn't going to be in a bunch of shootout games.
I feel like they'll always be in a shootout because their defense sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
Same thing with Seattle too. Seattle's always going to be in a shootout, so I'm pretty much high on anybody on that offense. They're going to get
one more person that just continues to produce, and I liked him before the season a little bit. I just wasn't able to get him as much as I wanted to, but Will Fuller just continues to just put up fantasy points like every week, and especially now they're saying that this week was his first like Deshaun Watson's like average depth of throw, and them actually like airing it out. The stats are much better, I guess, with Will Bryan, I guess, on the way out. So maybe you just continue to see that improve in some sense. But I do like Will Fuller, as long as he can stay healthy, obviously.
Just real quick, because we're going to wrap this up. Buy low, sell candidate right now, Ryan. Or we'll start with Kyle. If you had anybody that you would try to go out and buy right now, who would it be? Quick.
Go ahead, Ryan. I really don't have anybody.
All right, Ryan, go ahead.
I mean, first one that came to my mind, but you probably can't get him for low anymore, is Chase Edmonds. But we already talked about that earlier in the show. I mean, Chase Edmonds, I think that's the snap counts are slowly getting closer and closer to each other, and I think eventually he's just going to take over. I'll see if I can think of another one if we get a little bit more time. You want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. I mean, if there's a buy low person right now for me, and I think that you could get him for low because owners are going to be like, oh, man, he goes back down to this, would be Joe Mixon. If you can get him for decently low, he comes off this super high game and people will be like, oh, he played Jacksonville and then this week plays Baltimore. He doesn't have that big of a game. He still saw in this game 20 or 30, he had, I believe it was 35 opportunities in this game. So he had 25 carries, I think, and then, or 26 or something, and then 8 targets. So the targets are there now. This is a running back bell cow, RB1 going forward. Had a bad game. He's going to have another bad game here. And then after that, it's a pretty long stretch of really beatable defenses. So that's somebody I wouldn't try to buy yet. Next week, try to buy because he'll probably have another down game. Kyle, go ahead.
I really don't have anybody in mind right now, to be completely
All right.
honest.
Hey, we're going to make a show tonight. Remember, if you like this content, like, subscribe, share. And we're going to go ahead make another video tonight. Tonight, we're going to break waiver wire coming up, so people relaxing. Chase Claypool, yes, he had 4 touchdowns, should have had 5, but they're pretty lucky. So don't get all this guy's the first ad of the week. No, he's not. Okay, we'll talk about that at the show tonight, but we'll be talking about that, player news, guys to sell, guys to buy, and a little bit more. So thank you for tuning in, and good Good luck, everybody, in your bets. Good luck if you need a miracle tonight. I hope it happens. Unless you're playing against me, then go screw yourself. Okay. So with that being
Hashtag
said,
Tyler Halford.
have a great night.